Hello everyone, MMA Forecast here. Today we're going to be viewing UFC 317, Topuria versus Oliveira. June 28th, out of the T-Mobile, Las Vegas. So today I'll be going through all 5 main card fights. Kind of previewing each fight and then giving my best bet for each fight in the main card. First little scan of the event. Let's rate out of 10 here. Not great, I'm going to be honest. Main card's like pretty solid. You got pretty solid 5 fights. Talbot versus Felipe Lima. I don't know if there's a main card fight. International Fight Week. It's a good scrap. I don't know. Not great. Jack Hermansson. That should be a war. I don't know. Or it could be boring. I don't even know. Hyder. Cortez. Of course, they threw on the prelims. The baddie. And then Terrence McKinney. That should be a banger fight. McKinney's fight time. What's McKinney's fight? Does it say on here? I don't really want to search for it, but I know this guy's fight time is pretty insane. So that no chance it gets out of like the first round. Dumas thought he was in jail. Jackson Ivy McVeigh. The fuck is that? Nico. It's not great. The prelims are pretty ass. I'm being honest. Pretty ass. Main card's decent. I feel like a 7 out of 10. The top 2 fights obviously are pretty sick, but like Benny's a decent. I don't know. Roy Van, that should be a sick scrap. All right, let's get into it. Let's first look into Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Records 14-1-9-1. Peyton Talbot's quite tall, for bantamweight, 5'10". 135. Felipe Lima hasn't fought at bantamweight yet in the UFC. His last 2 fights both been at featherweight. This guy is like super strong. He's got that kind of Topuria build, like almost the same build as Topuria. Not as tall, but it's the same kind of build, same reach as Topuria. Stocky, super twitchy. I watched back the Miles Johns fight. He's like so quick, always moving, always giving looks to his opponent. It's a great one. Mohamed Naimov, rear naked decision. He looks sick against this fight. Is he an underdog versus pretty much even? Performance bonus too. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight for Peyton Talbot after coming off that tough loss. The fraud check, people like to say. Against Barcelos. Minus 1,100 favorite. Tough one. He's had some sick, though. UFC contender, he won decision. Rear naked, stray. KO. And then lost decision. It's going to be interesting when he comes back here. He's young. He's still really young, 26. He's got a lot of time. This is a tough fight. This is going to be a really close fight, I think. What are the odds on this one? Minus 180. I thought Lima would be a little higher, for being honest here. I'm going to go... When's the last time Lima fought a Bantam? How long ago was that? 2023, not very long ago. I'm gonna go Felipe Lima. I think he wins a decision here pretty easily. Just his all around game. He's so fast. He's always giving looks. I don't know. I think Lima by decision is my pick. Lima by decision or a late finish. I say first round's gonna be quite close. Second round, Lima's gonna start pulling away. Let's look up Brandon Royval. It's Joshua Van. Let me just get rid of his time. Perfect. Okay, 17-7. Brandon Royval. He's fought some dogs though. 5'9". He's quite 4-inch height advantage over Joshua Van. And the leg reach too. Slight favorite, I believe, when the line opened. Van was minus 250 favorite, and then the public came and bet on Royval. And now he's the favorite, slight favorite. This guy's fought Brandon Moreno twice and Pantoja twice. This guy's fought the best guys. Plus 240. I think that was a really, split decision. Split decision against Tetsuya Taira too. Cobb twice. She's got just his resume, like who he's fought, is like very impressive. See Joshua Van, I know he fought like a week ago. Yeah, fought on the Mally card. Like this guy's activity. July 13th. So 1 year he's fought like 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be his 6th fight in 1 year. That's insane. He looks sick against Bruno Silva. That was a sick scrap. I know Royval's. This is such a close fight for me. Like, I do not know who to pick. If I had to pick a guy. Oh, this is tough. It's hard to bet against Royval just because his experience. He had a full camp. Van is hopping into this short notice. I'm not going to bet this fight, that's for sure. This is way too close. If I was going to bet, I'd probably go rounds over, even though it's probably going to be like pretty juiced. I don't see either of these guys finishing each other. I think this is definitely decision. I think Royval wins a very close split decision. That's my guess. Okay, let's move on to Renato Moicano versus Benny Dariush. Benny, so this one is getting rebooked, I believe, as Armin pulled out and Moicano to step in, fight Islam, and got murdered in 1 round. So they rebooked the fight. Let's see who we looking at here. Renato Moicano. Let's look at his recent fights. Benoit. He destroyed Benoit. Has been Jalen Turner. Dober. Riddell. What happened to Brad Riddell? Oh, he fought Fiziev too. Jose Aldo. This guy's Brian Ortega. Oh my god, this guy's fought everybody. 36 years old. I think Benoit is the same age. If I look, yeah, 36 years old. Lost to Armin. He got like kneed in the face and then finished by Charles in Vancouver. Looks nasty against Scamrot. I'm not sure what happened in between here. He looked nasty against Scamrot. I think I'm gonna go Benoit. I mean Benil. Why do I keep on saying Benoit? I'm gonna go Benil Dariush here. I think he wins a decision, or yeah, I think it's a decision. I think he's a 6 scrambler. I think, but Benoit's gonna. I mean, Moicano's gonna try to bring him down. I just think Benil's so skilled, even though he's getting older. I think he bounced back here. I'm gonna pick Benil, little underdog here, little underdog juice. All right, let's move to the co-main event. Alexandre Pantoja versus Kai Kara-France. 5-4 is Kai. Oh my god. 5-5. Pantoja's been on a sick run. Reach. Okay, let's go look at their Tapology here. Pantoja's 29-5. How old is he? 35. He's getting up there for a flyweight. Look at this guy's run. My god. So he lost to Figueiredo. Schnell. There's Figueiredo. Askarov. What happened? This guy's still fighting? Manal Copy beat Royval, Alex Perez, Moreno, Royval's third. This guy's on a dangerous run. Looked sick against Askarov. I don't think. Okay, let's look at. So let's wait to get my pick here. Check Kai, 25-11, 32. He's got the age on his side. Lost to Mir Albazi, Brandon Moreno, Cody Garbrandt. That's not much of a win, honestly. Steve Erceg, KO'd Steve. If I'm being honest, I think Pantoja's gonna maybe not run him over, but I don't think this is gonna be close at all. I'm kind of surprised he's only minus. Surprised only minus 270, if we're being honest. I thought it'd be like minus 350. Pantoja's been an unreal run. I think Pantoja's going to easily be able to take him down, control him for the fight. Look for the sub. I think he subs him late, third or fourth round submission. That's my guess for Pantoja. And still, Brazilian. All right, let's get to the main event on the evening. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Topuria, the outstanding 16-0 record. Germany, what the hell? 35-10. 5'10", 5'7", 69. So Topuria may be thick, but Charles is gonna be a lot longer than him. I recently watched Charles' Chandler. Charles' the last fight, which Chandler is pretty much close to the same build as Ilia. And then just like during that fight, you could just see how big Charles was compared to Chandler. Like not thick wise, but like length. Using those kicks, keeping the body, keeping Chandler away from. So I think that last fight really helps Charles going into this Ilia Topuria fight, as he fought the same kind of build the last fight. Obviously, Topuria is levels above Chandler. Not comparing their skill, just like the same body type. Top 50. Let's look at their topology here. Topuria, 28, so young still. Pretty insane run here. I know he fought Jai Herbert, the nasty KO. He's my 600 favorite. That was at lightweight. Jai actually knocked him down though. So that's something to keep an eye out for at lightweight. Last time Topuria fought at lightweight, he got knocked down pretty well. Bryce Mitchell took Topuria down too. I rewatched that fight. Took Bryce down. It's pretty interesting. And then Emmett, unanimous decision. Then the insane round, Volkanov. This one he hit the next kind of level. KO'd Volk in round 2, and then KO'd Max in round 3. Like 2 insane back-to-back wins in the featherweight division. Now moving up to 155, it's gonna be interesting how he does at lightweight and how he looks. Like the first face-off, like Thursday at the presser. It's gonna be interesting to see how much taller Charles is and how much like longer he looks. As Charles, I think his strength is really underrated, but Topuria obviously hits like a truck. You can definitely see Charles getting caught by a screaming right missile from Topuria. That could easily happen in round 1 or round 2, just how powerful Topuria is. Also, Topuria is skilled everywhere. Like, I don't think he's gonna shoot on Charles, but I think if he like wobbles Charles and Charles goes down, I can see Topuria going down the ground with him. Maybe a little arm triangle, same as how Islam finished Charles last time. So I don't know. He had the arm triangle here. I could see him. Ilia by sub. That is interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's go to the Bronx. Charles Oliveira. Check the odds. It's a massive favorite. Plus 320 is pretty insane. I get why he's a big favorite. He has a lot of hype. Like, a lot of hype behind him. Minus 420. You can tell, like, he KO'd Volk and Max. Back to back. Like, odds maker definitely very high on Topuria right now. For the right reasons. I think it should be closer, though. If I was the head honcho in Vegas, minus 300, I think that's fair. Minus 300, I think is a good line. Okay, now looking at Charles. His last fights here. Look at this run he had, though. Oh my god. Guida. These are like all finishes too, like guillotine, choke, ground and pound. Jared Gordon, decision, Kevin Lee, guillotine. Decision, Tony. He should have, like anybody else was tapping to that armbar. He had Tony, and that was insane. And then Chandler, the left hook. Got the belt, and then rear naked Dustin Poirier, and then missed weight against Gagey, but still beat him in round 1, rear naked. And then lost to Islam, round 2. And then fought Benny Dariush in Vancouver, finished him in the first round, and then fought Arman and lost a very close fight. Very close fight. And then beat Chandler in New York. I'm not even sure how Chandler got that fight, for being honest. But now he goes against Poirier for the vacant belt. Something watching back the Chandler and Oliveira fight is Charles' kicks. Like he's going to be, I guarantee Diego Lima is going to have him kicking a bunch. Like those teep kicks, trying to chop down Eli's legs. As Eli doesn't really check leg kicks, kind of just eats them. I think the teeps, the body are going to be huge. Keep that space because you don't want Poirier get in and sending those hooks and vicious body shots that he has. So those kicks, I can see Oliveira spamming those kicks, keeping him away, and just trying to play at his distance. His last fight, Charles was really like he was still like aggressive, but he wasn't as nearly as aggressive as he was against like Poirier and Gagey. Like he's still walking him down. He shot for a takedown made a sick trip move against Chandler in round 1. So I can see Charles mixing this up for sure. I can see him shooting a takedown round 1, getting a trip, trying to get to Poirier on the ground, trying to just mix up all the moves he can do. I think he's going to fight this very smart. That's why I think the line should be closer because, he fought a washed-up Chandler. He was still very smart in that fight, and other than the back of the head shots that nobody called in round 5, he looked really good. 35, he's getting close to that scary age. But I don't think he's washed at all. But this is no doubt a tight fight. This is gonna be a war. This is like a sick fight. I don't even know what to pick, for being honest. Charles is my favorite fighter, so it's really hard picking against him, but he's up against an absolute Hulk in Poirier. Poirier's got that insane confidence too. Really trust his hands. I can see him finishing Charles late first or second. I think that's gonna happen. But I think it's gonna be. If it gets out of that first second, I can see this being a really good fight. I think Charles can take Ilya down too. That's a very possible scenario too. Yeah, this is a tough, even though the line is wide, it's like, I think it's a lot closer than the line is. Like that minus 420 favorite. I think it's just because of the hype he's got behind him from those 2 finishes. He's moving up the weight though, moving up 10 pounds. Like he's thick, but he doesn't have a frame of a lightweight. Like he's 5'6", 69 inch. His arms are not very long. Just incredibly powerful. Very interesting fight. If I had to pick though, I'm gonna go to Poirier by KO. First round. Or Charles. I think Charles a little later. He's got a lot of 5-round experience, Charles. I hope Charles wins. I'll be cheering for him for sure, but if I had to pick, I'm going to Poirier. Alright, that's going to wrap up all my picks for UFC 317. Thank you all for watching, and leave a comment, a like, and tell me your thoughts about the event.